What's going on? What's going on? We're back. Hey! Shout out to the CIA. Woo! God damn, where that good looking man been gone so long. Here he is. No need to stay. You know how we do. In the chat room. Age, city, gender. Let's get it. Come on. Good line. So set the fault line. Godfather, we missed your setup. We missed your scene. We missed your groove. We missed your thing. I'm back. Not a problem. Learn how to get it going, to get it grooving, to get it moving. I'll follow. No need to say, where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. Da 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 da. We are back. We are back. We are back in the house. And the house is Pizact. Godfather back in full effect. Back here in ATL, baby. Baba, how we doing? I know y'all done miss me. Been on the road, been traveling, been doing the damn thing remotely from New York City. And that's what's been going on. And a lot has happened since I have been on the road. But let's get back into this, to some of your favorite content on these YouTube streets. Oh, what do we got here? Green Tomato Vine from Joe Malone. Got to get more of that going on. Let's see. In the chat room, you know how we do it, people. Keep it cool, keep it respectful. I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me. That's all we're asking. You don't have to agree with everything I say. I mean, you're entitled to be wrong. Oh, let's get the lights up. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. I only ask one thing. Keep the engagement level over 50%. That's not hard to do. Whether you're hitting a like or dislike, it doesn't really matter. It counts as engagement. Let me see. Oh, here we go. There we go. In the chat room, today we're going to talk about something that I think is very important and something I can definitely say is missing with a lot of relationships, a lot of interaction between men and women today. The fact of the matter is, many women today simply just are not obsessed with their man in general or men in particular. Ladies, in the chat room, do me a favor. Write down, put a 1 in the chat room if you are, or if you have ever been obsessed, addicted, to the point to where you are craving a guy. Write it down in the chat room. Let us know. And why is this important? Well, as you're going to see, when that key element is gone from the equation, nothing is quite right. Today it's much easier to say that a lot of guys are far more into, or far more in love with, or far more craving or whatever their girlfriend, wife, significant other than vice versa. And when that happens, there's going to always be a problem. And if you've ever been on that side before, you know what I'm talking about. You know what it's like to be that blue pill beta male simp, to where, she calls you and you stuck on scent or whatever. You that dude that you're sitting there waiting for her to contact you back, text you, call you back, and she don't hit you back, and you're like, well, does she like me? Does she not like me? Well, what's wrong? I mean, the last time she sent me a message, I responded LOL, and I put the smiley face, but the smiley face didn't have the tears on it. A lot of you guys are moving in a way to where, honestly, she knows she has you. She knows she's the best thing going on in your life, and you can't do any better. I've said it once, I've said it twice, let me say it 3 times. Give your woman the gift of being insecure. Give her the gift of being uncomfortable. Give her the gift of being a little bit like, I don't know, and let her act accordingly. Yeah, shout out to Cynthia. Yeah, I got a lot of women on YouTube obsessed with a brother right now. Oh, I don't? Oh, yes, I do. I think it's funny that there are some really nice women on YouTube, some attractive women on YouTube who claim to not really care much about me or any of the stuff that I talk about. But yet, you look at their shows, you look at their content, and they all talking about a brother. I mean, that's cool. I mean, shit. I mean, look at you and look at me. I mean, come on. I mean, and we need to get to that point. It's all right to be obsessed with a man. I was going to play a clip from a movie in the 80s called Fatal Attraction. Glenn Close. Glenn Close plays a character who was she was crazy, but she was obsessed with her lover. And the thing is, that is such a distant memory for so many of you women. And for rightfully so. I'm not going to go into why women are not obsessed with men today. I'm just going to say you would like to become a man that women are obsessed with. They are obsessed with high value men. She is obsessed with high value men. Why? Because high value men don't need them. High value men may want them, but don't need them. That's why you want to that's why you want to continue to improve and increase, because you don't want to be in a situation with a woman that feels like that you need her. If you do, OMG. Let me see. Maybe I'll play a little bit of that clip today. Let's go. There was a podcast on, and maybe I'll see if I can pull it up. It was coming from the Dead Ass podcast, and it's the Ellises. And it's the whole notion, this forced monogamy thing. Forced monogamy. And in this podcast, a man by the name of DeVar Ellis and his wife were sitting there talking about their relationship. And I'm going to say that it was not a very good look. Not a good look for the bruh. Right. Let's do it right here. Let's see a woman that's not obsessed with her man. This is what it looks like when a woman is not obsessed with her man. Just a second. You guys know I've been on the road a minute. Got to get the cobwebs off. So here we go. Where's the sound on this piece? All right. While we're doing this, guys, we need to get the likes up. Don't have me coming back through here asking you guys. Get the likes up when we get the show going, because you guys complain when we turn the show down.
Sorry, I'm not sure. That we spent time in the Bel Air mansion, and you see, Kadeen had her whole get up on, her whole 90s girl.
That's not it. Just a second. So, forced monogamy. When you are dealing with a woman who feels like being with you is a chore, bro, you got a problem. When you're dealing with a woman who feels like being with you is not a pleasure for her, guy, you have a problem. And make no mistake, it is your problem. You cannot sit back and expect a woman to just be obsessed with your resources. You cannot expect her to be obsessed with your car, your house, any of this stuff, any of your material possessions. That's the bait. That's the bait.
So these urges that come,
That's the bait.
Allowed, based on our marriage laws and the contract we've signed with each other,
right,
to have sex with anybody else.
Right.
So these urges that come, I have to share them with the one person I decide to spend the rest of my life with.
Right.
So that brings me back to my soundbite.
Okay.
Right. I don't understand, and this is what we can discuss as a woman, because I don't want to say it's a man versus woman thing, but a lot of women do complain, oh, my husband's always on me. Why is he always on me? If sex is going to be a chore for you that you don't really want to do, why do women constantly push monogamy on men? If you know that you don't want to have to deal with him all the time just wanting you, why do you push monogamy on men?
Well, who's to say I pushed anything on anybody? Like,
what you're seeing right now is a woman who's not obsessed with her man. The question was posed all wrong. If women want monogamy, no, women want monogamy from guys they want to screw. Women want monogamy from men that they are sexually attracted to and obsessed with. Women are obsessed with high-value men, and high-value men have more than just money. High-value men have a lot of things that keep women active. Money is just part of it. Money, the length of time. But again, let's go over it. You need to make a certain amount of money, 6 figures or more, for a length of time, 3 to 5 years, preferably closer to 5 years. You need to be acknowledged by other high-value men that you are part of their group. You need to have a network of other high-value men and other people. It needs to be visible, LinkedIn level, and you need to be useful to others and the group. See, all that stuff gives women a lot to sink their teeth into. If you just got the money and you don't have the rest of it, you're going to end up having issues like this guy is having, trying to explain why his wife no longer wants to have sex with him. Bro, this is your problem. Your problem that you have not adequately stimulated her to get her to the point to where she is craving you. I've been on both sides of this, and I will tell you, the side that he's on is the side of dying a slow death.
Well, we know that you pushed monogamy on me.
I pushed monogamy. I forced you to get married to me?
Time out. I didn't say you forced me to get married, but did you not say to me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me? You didn't say that?
I want $1 million. That don't mean I'm gonna get it. I can want
but I'm
something,
asking.
but
Did you not say the way he is asking these questions, the way you're framing this stuff, bro? Your wife has no problem passively aggressive dissing you, aggressively dissing you. She could take it or leave it. And so many men today, we were raised to be like this guy, giving them everything they want, how they want it. And here's the thing, women don't want everything. They want everything from the man they want. That has to be there first. See, a lot of you guys just think looks money status. No, it's from the guy she wants. And if you don't understand how to get a woman addicted or to obsess with you, there is nothing that is going to keep her attention locked, loaded, and focused on you longer than a cat is playing with a ball of yarn.
not.
You right now you dodging the question.
Nobody pressed you to do it. Yes, is that something I wanted? Yes, it was. But
you didn't press me. Are you gonna lie now
So
to
you're
the
gonna
people
say-
because we talking about sex?
DeVal,
You're gonna
DeVal.
lie now to the people?
DeVal, knowing
Kadeen,
as
you didn't want
strong-
monogamy?
Of course I did.
So then why are you avoiding the question?
That's not avoiding the question. I'm saying, does that mean because I wanted and I requested that you were going to deliver it? Like, nobody pressed you for that.
Talking about, you just said you wanted it and requested it. Do you not hear yourself?
I can make a request. Is the request going to be granted?
Am I
That's
not?
up to
am
you,
I?
bro.
Am I not granting you monogamy?
You are granting it to.
So much stuff that hurts. When you don't, if you're going to be one-on-one with a woman, you better understand. If you're going to be one-on-one with a woman, you better understand what it takes to keep her attention locked to you. Because this is sad. Am I not granting you monogamy? Dude, who cares if you're granting her monogamy? As far as she's concerned, she don't want to screw you. She ain't worried about who else wants to screw you. But the difference is when a woman is obsessed with a man, she thinks everyone wants to screw him. She thinks everyone is hinging on everything that he says. Everything that he says is interesting. You can see how differently a woman who's really into a guy, whether he's into her or not, is irrelevant. You know, they follow men that they're interested in. They get tuned in. First off, we got 2,500 people in here. We need to get these likes up over 1,200. And we have, thank you, Andre Hatchett, for coming on. But we're going to need at least 5 more people to drop something in here because, come on, man. We got, outside of Andre, we got one person that came in and put $5 on. Come on, man. No. That's not how we do that. If you guys want to do the show like we normally do it, come on. I forgot. My bad. What am I talking about? You guys are used to me being on the road. You're probably kind of thrown off a little bit like, oh, he's back. We got the show going on. We're going to have interesting call in, the back and forth dialogue. I get it. The little dollar sign there is where you get my attention. You type your message in or just show some love right there. Or if you want to hit the Cash App is $ by Kevin Samuels. That's how you do that. But guys, go ahead and spread the love, show some love, because here's the thing. When you know what you're worth, you won't accept less. And see, one of the things that so many of you guys are missing in this whole high value man thing, high value men get high amounts of attention from women. You guys are focused on sex. Sex is paramount to men. Attention is paramount to women. You want her attention on you, i.e. obsession. Oh, we can go when y'all go ahead and drop something in there. Shout out to Wes. He said we ready for the show,
So
man.
this is my question. This is my question.
Always look at your boy. Look at your boy.
This is my question. If you wanted monogamy,
Okay.
why would you want monogamy if sex is a chore for you? That's the question. You're avoiding the question.
I'm not avoiding the question, but at first.
Why would you want monogamy if sex is a chore for you? Bruh, understand something. That ain't a question for her. That's a question for you. Why is sex a chore with you? You better go do something with this because this is your woman. And if sex is a chore with you, then you seem to not understand how your particular woman is set up because sex is different for them. Yes, there's a physical component, but it's emotional first and mental. And apparently, she's not craving you. She's not desiring you. So how can she become obsessed with you? These are not questions for her. These are questions for you. You've lowered your value. You've lowered her interest. High value men, high investment men, high interest men. You are not a high value man. You're not a man worth investing in. Her precious little attention and energy stores, she is giving them to everything other than you. You need to get her attention. Her attention, her interest is like your money. And with it comes her body and everything else. Come on, man.
You said women or in general me specifically are pushing monogamy on somebody. Okay, yes, that's something that I wanted, but I didn't press you for it and be like, Deval, I'm gonna hold a gun to your head to propose to me.
Time out.
Also, let me finish. Also,
wow.
I don't feel like I was adequately prepared for marriage. And I've said that before because if I knew that marriage and monogamy was going to involve me trying to meet you where you were at sexually for years to come, then I probably would have reevaluated it if I wanted to be monogamous anyway.
So that's fair, but
I don't think he understood what she just said. If I knew I was going to have sex with you, the frequency, and the consistency that you want to have sex with me, I don't know if I'd have wanted that. Bro, make no mistake. This is the one of the guys we cannot put off on the women. Whatever your woman's combination is, you better go learn the combination. Now, I'm not sitting. This is where we have to determine was a lot of guys tend to fall. A lot of you guys are selfish lovers. And you bought too much into these RP stuff and thinking you're going to get a woman that you're one-to-one with to respond just because you pay the bills. Wrong, bro. One of your biggest complaints is she'll go smash a dude that ain't got a 1/100th of what you have. It's because he understands and can fulfill something that you don't. He is getting her mind, her interest, her attention. And this is not a logical question. And to have this conversation in front of people, I put this on you, dude. This is your wife, your woman, the mother of your children. And I will tell you, it is a choice. You married a woman that was not obsessed with you. Mistake number one. Do not commit or become monogamous with a woman who was not obsessed with you. She likes you. She could love you. That's fine. If she's not obsessed with you, eventually she will bore of you. Do not do this to yourself, homeboy.
we're not even talking about marriage. Let's even talk about dating, right?
Okay.
Fair
Two
use.
people are dating. Typically in society, who asks for exclusivity first, a woman or a man?
I would say a woman.
Thank you. That was my whole point. See, you were going all over the place. If women typically ask for exclusivity first, then when they get exclusivity, say, he always on me, he always want to have sex. Why are we asking men for exclusivity if we do not want to participate in sex at the same level as men? We have to think about what that does to a man.
I hear that.
And I don't think that that's being...
First of all, you sound real childish, bro. Talk about a woman with 3 kids. And I will be the first one to tell you that I understand what you're trying to say, but there are things that go on with a woman's body after childbirth, after motherhood, that I don't think he doesn't seem to come across to me like a man who really understands how to be with one woman, period. And here's the thing. If you want all this access and everything else, this is why you need to be 100% man. All right, she's got 3 kids and all this other kind of stuff. Then you better be living on your salary, because if she has to get out there, women are not built like us. They can't go work 12, 15-hour days and still come home and have rough and tumble sex, dude. Come on, man. You want all this from your wife? This is why I ask the questions I ask of women. And what do you hear them say? Most of them don't want to work because their energy stores and they're built a different way. That's why they're so obsessed with high value men, because high value men can provide women the ability to be women easier than you 50-50 equality dudes. Now, I'm not trying to say every guy needs to go out and make $1 million, but you got to understand that women are not going to change just because the modern dating landscape is what it is today. Human beings are what we are, and they will be that way after we die, your kids die. We've evolved this way over hundreds of thousands of years. We ain't changing in your lifetime.
That conversation is being had.
Okay, I agree. And that part I agree with. Yes, that women are typically the ones that will ask for the exclusivity. I get that, yes. But what I'm saying is, me as a woman, I don't think that I was necessarily prepared or in the mindset to know that. It's almost like once you get into it, then you're like, oh, shoot, like this is what I'm going to have to keep up with.
I get that.
Us speaking as 36-year-old people know that now. Had I known that at 26,
I get that.
I would have to contend with that. Even in the dating realm, then it might have been something I would have reevaluated.
So now let's go back to what you asked me. You said to me you never pressured me to get married. In 2007, we were living together, right? You said you no longer wanted to live with me and shack up with me because you wanted to be my wife, not my girlfriend.
Right, because I wanted to know where the
relationship was going. That don't sound like
going.
pressure to you?
It sounds like me voicing where I see my life going. It sounds like me saying this is what I would like. You can decide to meet me there. If not, we can reevaluate what exactly we're doing.
Okay. Additionally,
a lot of you guys in the chat room are saying he needs to do this, he needs to do that. He can't do any of that stuff. He does not have the standing with her. Who in this relationship sounds like they are obsessed with the other? Who's in this relationship sounds like they could walk and not be pressed? Gentlemen, you need to be in a position where you can walk. Ladies, understand the come up on the other side, because I know there's some women gonna be like, wait a minute, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. That's to your advantage to be obsessed with your man. Oh, yes. I always bring it home. He gave her everything that she said she wanted, except the main thing, a man with a backbone and an understanding of how to understand what his woman mentally needs.
Call it pressure per se? Not necessarily pressure.
Hey, bruh, from me to you, don't ever do that shit again. The fuck are you doing? You make all black men look bad. You're already losing in a back and forth debate with your wife in front of everybody. And then you want to take this passive aggressive. She'll turn the goddamn camera off instead of doing this. This is sad.
It is pressure. But you don't want to say it's pressure. What about being engaged?
You might have felt pressure.
What about being
engaged? There was no pressure behind it.
I said, we don't got to rush to get married. You said, I don't want to be engaged longer than a year. Is that not pressure?
That's me voicing my opinion about it.
Sounds like pressure to me. So you say you want to be engaged, I get engaged. You say you want to be married within a year. We do that. We get married, then you make it seem like sex is a chore to your husband. Once again, I ask,
what do you want, homeboy? All we've heard about is what she wanted and you gave it to her. Other than the things she really wanted, For you to tell her no. For you to make her earn your attention. For you to make her do something to get your whatever. Men, we have been told to give women what they want. In my generation, we're told, "I'll pay your rent, I'll buy your shoes." Look, women they want that, but they want it from the right kind of men. Not this, "I'll give you everything." So his problem is he's giving her everything that she says she wants. And he's thinking instead of saying, "If I give you all this, I'm gonna get that." No, he's keeping score and giving her all this stuff, and she's just like, whatever. Bro, better to invest your time in becoming the kind of man she wants to do all these things for. All you guys in the chat room talking about he needs to do this and he needs to do that. Look, I think y'all need to back down too. There's a big difference between dating and relationships. Huge. We had this debate back and forth on Donovan's show the other day. There's a big difference. You can get out here and slay 100 women and still be horrible in relationships. Relationships are one-to-one. And people want an investment. They want a return on their investment. Far too many men, we don't take the time to get our woman obsessed, invested, requiring something, and then are upset when they act like women. They're supposed to be this way. He wants her to be logical like a man, and I'm sorry. That's your job, Holmes. You should have gotten your woman addicted to you before you made her your woman. You should have taken the time to get her obsessed with you before you got down this path. And I'm going to talk about it in a Western sense, even from a prearranged marriage sense.
The question, why do women who push forth monogamy on the man they're dating then get overwhelmed when that man who tries to provide that monogamy to you? Why do you get upset when we're trying to be what you want us to be? You don't want me to be with no one else, right? Right? I'm asking. This is a serious question.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't want me to be with no one else.
Absolutely.
So if I decide that all this testosterone I have, I want to give to you, why is this so overwhelming now? This is what you asked for.
Again, 26 and 27-year-old Kadeen was like, okay, here's the natural succession of life. You graduate, you're working, you meet somebody, you guys are dating. You want children.
Yes.
I want children.
Yeah.
Who's leading this relationship? Who's leading? You keep saying, well, you want this, and now I want to give this to you. Yeah, but she doesn't like the way you give it to her. And what are you going to do? You're not going to win an argument here. Win through your actions, not an argument. Gentlemen, if you're going to deal with a woman one-to-one, you better do what it takes to get her addicted or obsessed with you, to where you become the focal point of her attention, because they're wired to be obsessed or to their children. Women today are more likely to be addicted or obsessed to their dogs, their kids, their friends, but they could take or leave you. You want to be the kind of man she's addicted to, obsessed with, the kind of man she wants to cheat with. And if you can't, stay away from relationships with women. Because you can be a billionaire and still end up in this position right here.
We don't want to wait too long or too late to have children,
Yes.
though now a lot of people are waiting until their 30s to have children.
And I understand why.
And we at that time felt like, well, we're doing everything in this natural succession that the forces that be have given us this timeline. However, I did not realize that after having children, after, career changes, all of the turbulences that we've been through in life, that was going to have a direct effect on my sex drive.
All right. So I've been this early on in my life. I was like this guy, blue pill beta male simp, raised on, the Isley Brothers and all these romantic songs and other things. But we weren't those guys. Those guys moved a different way. They sang those songs, but they still had an old school way of moving. We got those songs, but we had a new school way of being programmed. and moved in a soft way and ended up getting involved one-to-one relationships, and they fail. This is why you never hear me talking poorly or negatively about women I've been with, because even if I picked poorly, it was still my responsibility to lead through that thing. See, here's the thing. It is far better to become a kind of man a woman wants to be with. High value, productive. See, productive, competitive, successful gets her attention. But a man that women find valuable are men that women want to be with. They're men that women want to be with. They're men that other women wish they could be with, and they wish they were her to have him. So the production, the competition, the success is one component, but it's the other things. And it's the thing that you have here that actually is the thing that gets them kind of intrigued. Why? Because you move in a different way. You're not pressed. You're not sweating it. And see, when women started getting intrigued with a man, attracted to a man, obsessed with a man to the level of where she's addicted to him, they move in a completely different way. He is all they see. Everything you could be talking, if you've ever been around a woman like this, you're talking about anything. Oh, well, what'd you eat for dinner last night? Oh, I had chicken. Chicken, huh? Yeah, uh-huh. All right, yeah, cool. Well, Kevin, I know you're tired of hearing about this guy, but Kevin used to love chicken. It doesn't matter. He's always going to be top of mind. Guys, you need to be Tom with your girl. Top of mind. If you cannot stay top of mind with a woman, don't try to get involved in her one-to-one. All these different tips and tricks and things like this are all to stay top of mind. But in order to stay top of mind, you need to understand her mind. I've heard a lot of stuff in these YouTube streets that sounds real good. But men who actually understand women and are willing to do what it takes have a different outcome when it comes to dealing with women one-to-one. Why is this important? Well, when it is far better for a woman to be obsessed with a man than a man to be obsessed with a woman. If a man's obsessed with a woman, he takes his eye off the prize. He's nowhere close to being as productive, competitive, or successful. He gets in his emotions, gets in his feelings. He starts to make mistakes. That has a deleterious effect on his outcomes. However, when a woman's obsessed with a man, that man tends to have better outcomes. That's why the I is in FBI. When a woman is obsessed with her man to the point to where she's willing to be inspirational to him, he has better outcomes. And who benefits from those outcomes? She does. Well, wait a minute. Somebody needs to love somebody more. And gentlemen, she needs to love you more than you love her. That's a hard pill to swallow, ladies. But to the guys I'm talking about, gentlemen, never get involved with a woman who you need to love her more than she loves you. And I know a lot of women have been told, I've been told that he needs to love you more than you love him. Right. And that's why we have such a high divorce rate, and women can end up walking away from marriages or relationships like this because they don't care. And that's on you guys. Is she writing love letters to you? I talked about love languages and options and all this other kind of stuff. If you're going to be out here dealing with them, and this is all of them, it's not just black women, it's all of them. You better do what it takes to stay top of mind with her. All women are this way. So you can't make black women some unique creature. If you don't think all women are this way, you obviously have not had enough relationship experience with women. And that's different than sex. You can have a whole hell of a lot of sex and be shitty at relationships. But a man who women are addicted to or obsessed with, the best thing you can tell a woman is no. Tell a woman no and watch what happens. Glenn Close, Fatal Attraction, told her no, she was obsessed. See, women at a certain level are not used to being told no from a man that they want. And it doesn't matter who's in their life. These women have other men around them at all times, but all they want is the one they can't get. Gentlemen, she's obsessed with high value men. Why? Because high value men value themselves enough to not be swayed by her beauty, her booty, or anything else. You want it, but you don't need it. And you know, by keeping your mind in the right position, it's better for you and for her. We have 1,300 people in here. We're not even halfway done with the likes. So, get the likes up. We don't open the call line. We don't move forward. We don't do any of that. How do you get a woman obsessed with you? How do you get a woman obsessed with you? Well, one of the first things you need to learn how to do is understand the kind of women you're going after. All women don't like the same things. All women don't like the same things. You got to learn your woman. You have to learn your woman. You have to learn what's valuable to her, what's important to her. I mean, I swear to God, some of you guys, man, some of you guys are savages. You don't have any clue on how to be the most remotely smooth with a woman. See, I'm looking at all you guys in the comment section. You need money or stroke game or this or that. Little boys. No, those things matter. But if all it took was money, my. While a lot of women may not understand men, it's really sad to realize how many of you guys don't really understand women. Women want a man who can take charge in the world, but behind the doors, they want a man who can smooth that shit out when it needs to be, get rough when it needs to be. Y'all only got one or two speeds. You're either all hard or all soft. Man, can you seduce a woman? Can you seduce her mind? Because if you seduce her mind, her body comes along. They'll give that, their body comes along willingly. And there's a difference between a woman who gives herself willingly to you versus a woman who lays there and gives you starfish sex. And depending upon what kind of woman you want, you have to do different things. I mean, let's open the call line up. Knowing how to be smooth works for me for the kind of women I like. I don't like a bunch of roughneck, cave women. I like a woman who understands that this is candlelight. I like a woman who understands what smooth jazz is. I like a woman who understands refinement. There are 3 archetypes. Which one are you? Refined, rakish, or rogue? Each one of those has a different seduction strategy. But you learn how to seduce a woman before you ever touch her. Damn sure before you ever have sex with her. And many of you guys don't get it. You like this guy that I just showed, and you are confused when you get a response from a woman that she could take it or leave it. Because what you're offering ain't special. What you're offering her, what Bernie Mac, 50 strokes, count them if you had a time. You're offering her 15 minutes. Okay. Women today are well versed in understanding how to please themselves. What are you offering? What are you giving her that she can't get anywhere else, to where she should hold you in higher regard? To where you don't have to ask questions this guy asked. 3 kids? In the chat room, you guys know that somebody was saying there's a woman with 3 kids who's working 18 hours a day who's still obsessed with somebody. Maybe not the guy she's with, and that's your problem. If you're going to deal with a woman one-to-one, you better learn how this works. So truly, high-value men, this is not something that makes you a high-value man, but it damn sure is in your favor. A high-value man is a man who can generate interest, intrigue. Women find that valuable because to them, attention matters. Can you keep her attention on you? When there's a crying, you want to have children? Great. There's a crying baby in the other room. Oh man, we're going there tonight. Some of you guys never learned how to be like seductive. There's a book called The Art of Seduction. Gentlemen, it's right up there with the 48 Laws of Power. You must learn these things, or you will continue to fail with women in relationships. Women hate boredom. And a lot of you guys are boring. And if you're with a woman that you have to do the kind of things this guy was doing, he didn't start this way. And I feel sorry for him because society has told him he did it. He's a good guy and did everything the right way. If he could have came through spaces like this, he would have learned how to do things in a different way to where he would have been happier and she would have been happier. Now, one of the other things is one of the things that many of you guys are missing to learn how to get a woman addicted to you, obsessed with you, is you need an older woman. Oh yeah, I said it. Many young men have never had your Mrs. Robinson. You never had your sugar mama. You've never had that older woman who taught you how to stop having that jackrabbit sex. Who taught you what tantra is. Taught you that there's more to sex than intercourse. Taught you that a woman's body is to be explored. There's an anatomical thing. There's a cerebral thing. And what do you do with a woman who is a woman who's stimulated in her mind? What if she's saphiophile? Do you even know your way around the genitalia? Can you identify the major parts down there? Guys, like it or not, they are different than we are. And they move differently than we do. And trying to argue with them logically is not going to change it. If you want the outcomes you want, you need to understand how to get this before you get that. Because you can get that. Make no mistake, you can get that. But if you get the head, everything else goes along with it. Ladies, have you ever been addicted, obsessed with the man? How valuable was that man to you? And guys, if you've ever had a woman addicted or obsessed with you, the sky's the limit. There ain't much a woman who's obsessed with a man is not willing to do. They will fight for your attention. Even if you say it's over, it's done. These are the women who stalk you. Call your friends. When a woman's obsessed with you, everything's about you. They make videos about you on their Instagram or their Facebook. Hell, even if they make videos on YouTube, they're supposed to be talking about somebody else, but they're talking about, there's all these double entendres. Like, well, are you really making a video about this, or are you talking about that guy you're obsessed with? And one of the best ways to get women obsessed with you is do it before you touch them. Oh, we are going there. We are going there. We are going there because that video was talking about forced monogamy and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, I hear it. But I expect women to behave like women. She did exactly what he allowed her to do. And if you want to have a chance to fix a situation like that, you got to leave it. You have to leave it. More often than not, you have to leave it. If you don't want to end up in that position, don't start that way. And understand something. This is the problem that is at the center of many men's inability to keep a woman's interest in them. Keep a woman's interest firmly locked on you. It's better for her. It's better for you. All right. But, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I would run the risk that I do. Maybe I don't. But I'll tell you what, we're going to hear from the ladies. Ladies, have you been obsessed with the man? Did you love him?
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar.
Make it rain them lines. Come on, get them up, people.
Un lugar para
Call lines
trabajar.
coming open. Ladies.
Y si no hay, puedes emigrar. Todo
Gentlemen.
money, todo el
Wanna call in,
dinero.
you
Solo un
must
par de
look
gente se lleva el
presentable.
botín
Can't get
entero.
on my show looking like a
Funny,
ball.
pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work.
Money work.
El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money work, se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money work, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work.
Luna.
Lunático.
This is where we fall down on the game, guys. It's on us. Us as men. To make sure that you do not pick a woman who you have not adequately seduced. That's right. Even inside the first 6 months, yes, bro. If you're gonna decide to deal with a woman one-on-one, well, put it this way: if you're gonna decide to have a relationship with a woman, you better seduce her. You better get her completely committed or into you. I'm so into you. If you don't, that's your problem, man. It's your problem. It is not their job to seduce us proactively. It's their job to be seductive. It's their job to be seductive. It's our job to proactively seduce them. So yeah, you know what? I will tell you, for me, I'm old school. You know, the cook dinner kind of, you better learn how to give a great massage, a great foot rub. You better learn how to turn down the lights, put on the right music, learn how to pour a glass of this or that, and get up in that left ear and talk that shit. You best learn how to, y'all want to just get in somebody's house and escalate. No. You need to motivate, homeboy. You won't escalate shit with a woman. You motivate. Grown man stuff. To where her thoughts are of you. She can't wait to get off to see you. She craves you. Craves the way you look, smell, taste. Why do y'all think the Godfather talks about the stuff I talk about? This is Musk. This is Musk. Oh shit, I'm teaching now. Hey man, and even the most, and see the funny thing is, the reason a lot of you guys don't like doing this, especially with, I only deal with professional women. Yes, I only deal with professional women.
I'm a PhD.
Yeah, I deal with women who, I prefer women for my personal life who are a little bit more bookish. I like bringing the freak out of them. So they can go to work in their nice little Chanel and look all put together, prim and proper. I like to bring the freak out of them. I like for her to surprise herself with how dirty she really is. And that's our secret. Y'all ain't ready. You think he did that with his woman? Hell no. He just seemed like he just wanted sex on demand. I married you, so I should have access to your vagina. Well, that sounds cool. That's nice. But you know what's a hell of a lot better when she decides, you know what? I'm gonna put this baby to sleep and I'm gonna come in here. We're gonna run in the bathroom and I'm gonna give you the best 15 minutes of your life. I mean, have you even been to the Mile High Club? I mean, do you make your woman want to be your do you make her want to be your slut? Seriously. If you don't, that's your problem. Don't get mad because she says no. Because sex is a chore with you. And I've been on both sides. I've been the blue pill wimp begging. And I will tell you, it's horrible. Horrible. And I talked about this on Donovan's show last night. When I was with my girl that was like that, and it was like a negotiation. Can I just tip in? I hated the dude I was. I hated being around him. I felt so weak until I was like, forget this, whatever. It was a summer I ended up hooking up. We broke up. We were on a break, and I hooked up with her second or third cousin. She was on a break. We was on a break. I hooked up with her second or third cousin, and I was a completely different dude with her. Second or third cousin. Third. And a couple other folks, and it got back to her. Oh, what? All of a sudden, I had a completely different woman on my hands. Yes, sir. No, sir. Whatever you like. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a different story. Unmute yourself. That's our job. Our job is to seduce them. Our job is to get them aroused. Our job is to make them craving. Dude, increase your, you want to be one-on-one? Change what you taste like, homeboy. Pineapple juice is your friend. Water and pineapple juice. Why? Changes how you taste. Get down there and do some push-ups, some sit-ups. Get some planks. Dude, you want her to be sexually attracted to you and aroused? Give her we have to give them a reason to become intrigued, infatuated, high interest, obsessed, addicted, beyond just shit that anybody else, but money and stuff. That's cool. We need that. But we're talking about in relation, it's different. iPhone, you got to unmute yourself. And I will say this. If you don't understand how the female body works, better take class, better buy some lessons. No, I don't sound different. Kevin sounded different tonight. I thought a high value man like you come home and she services you, all of a sudden it's the man's job. No, see, what it is you guys can't hold more than one thought in your head. It shows how immature you are. She comes home and services you. Yes, but she must desire you. She doesn't come home and service you like you're going through a drive-through. That's the point. In order for her to come home and service you, she has to care that you come home. Many of you have never had a woman give a shit whether you're there or not. This is why you get confused, and you understand. As a man, you shouldn't be confused about what I'm talking about. So if you're confused, don't get mad that they're confused. You're the leader. I know what I'm talking about. I'm serious. What do you think? You're supposed to just come through the door and because you have money, she's okay, well, let me go. I'm going to go. Yeah, she could go through there and she could go ahead and give you 3 minutes of that. And it could be sloppy. She can be boring as fuck. But like I said, if you've never had a woman obsessed with you, wanting to be with you, it's a different level. And you can choose this thing. You can get a woman who's there for the resources, but then you get mad because she's there for the resources. Which is it, guys? Do you not want to feel like she's there for the resources, or do you want her to be there for you? Well, then give her a goddamn reason besides the resources. What the fuck are you talking about? I swear some of you guys sound like little boys. Women are supposed to be led, not lead. You get mad because she's just there for the money. Well, you ain't gave her another reason. I say do both. I'm a high value man and I'm good in the bed and I'm good in other rooms too. That's what makes you high value to her and to other women because she's interested in you. Other women are interested in you. She can see other women are interested in you. So it gives her motivation to stay on her damn job. It also makes her feel like I got something that these bees can't get. I've got this dude. You got him. I win. Give her a goddamn reason. Hello? How are you?
Father,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. The subject of the matter, subject tonight is she's obsessed with high value men. Have you ever been obsessed or addicted to a man?
I actually, by you explaining what obsessed and addicted by men is, I would consider myself currently obsessed and addicted to a man.
Okay. What's the difference between this guy? What's the difference between how you're doing in this situation or how you felt in other situations?
Well, with this situation, the gentleman is a lot older, so he's also a lot educated,
Mm-hmm.
and a gentleman that I was dating before, they were a lot younger in their 30s, and they didn't really have an idea of what relationships was about in terms of high value and in terms of giving.
What do you mean
It
by
was
giving?
always a want, and also it was more like when you're a kid and you imagine someone to be or to be a certain way, you imagine to marry a certain type of woman. So a man would go after that particular type of woman,
Okay.
but not have any understanding of how to get them
So what's
and not
different?
living up to
Okay, so
that
you're saying that
caliber.
the men you're dealing with is older?
The gentleman that I'm dating is older than me.
All right. Um, so I'm trying to put it together for the audience. Because I know that older men typically move in a different way than younger guys do. There's a poise. There's a
Yes,
level of gravitas. There's a level of a surety that comes with experience and wisdom. Um, which I would say as an older man when I was younger, I didn't have those things. And it was a hell of a lot easier for a woman to follow under that kind of certainty. Is that what you're saying?
absolutely correct.
All right. So, what made you want to call in?
I wanted to call in because I wanted to hear some perspectives this evening. I've been following your show for about like a couple of months now. And once I changed my perspective on high value, a lot of things have changed for me, Kev. And the way I look at men and also the way I look at myself as a woman. So I appreciate that from you.
Okay.
And I also appreciate your honesty and putting things in perspective for us women. And to be honest with you, especially for us Black women, and I don't mean to get on that topic, but to be honest with you, I'm a community health activist,
Mm-hmm.
and I educate individuals on health and wellness. And one thing you talk about is, weight size and obesity and the type of perspective of pretty much looking good
Right.
and being healthy, of course.
So, well, thanks for calling in. I'm glad this is starting to help because one, I want women to understand that what they're asking for is a lot. And if you're going to ask for a lot, you better deliver a lot. And I'm glad to see more women are finally starting to understand that there is a value in actually delivering or giving to a man. I got to get you on to the next call. I appreciate it. Kick it to it. Guys, understand something. Guys, let some more people call in. One thing I don't try to do is try to make younger guys feel like you're not anything because you're younger. Life is different. You should enjoy your 20s for a different reason you enjoy your 30s, for a different reason you enjoy your 40s, your 50s, etc. Far too much of this stuff goes on, especially in these male spaces, especially on black male YouTube, this ageism between men. Look, that's stupid. You should be moving differently at 40 versus 20. You're twice as old. If you're moving the same way at 40 as you did at 20, you are a loser. You have failed. You have wasted 20 years. And there's a reason why younger women tend to like older men worldwide. It's natural. In the black community, we prize youth because honestly, this is where we see the most black male success in youth-driven endeavors. Athletics and entertainment are youth-driven endeavors, and that's where you see the bulk of black money. Other places you see men prized in middle age because it's business. Older men are easy to please. You don't. Oh my God. Some of you guys really should just not talk because you don't know what you're talking about. Older men are easy to please. No, older men are direct and don't take any half positions. Ladies, go ahead and call in. So, and I get it. A lot of young men have, a lot of young black men have father issues because, I will say when I see a young brother, he wants to give me a compliment, but he struggles trying to figure out what to say. And this comes out something like this. That suit go hard. Or, hey sir, I really like, and because you're not seeing enough of it. So it's like on one hand, I like it, but then if I like it, man, does that make me gay? I look at the calculus a lot of young guys go through and I'm like, man, understand something. It's cool to want to be a grown man. So I push so hard about this dressing like a teenager in your 30s and 40s. Damn, give young men something to aspire to. Why do they need to do anything if they got it all figured out at 16? Why is it good to get a woman obsessed with you? It's better for her. It's better for you. But here's the problem many of us tend to have. We tend to let people understand their value or their importance when it's too late. I've told you, ladies, don't make high value men wait. Don't make special men wait. If you have something that's good, don't show it that it's good late. I have a friend that's quitting her job. And if you've ever been in corporate America before, this is how companies tend to work. When you're a top performer and you're making them lots of money, they'll take the benefit, they'll take the rewards, and they'll work you like a dog. But when you put in your notice to say you're leaving, then They'll start trying to offer you more money, promotions, this and that. That is horrible because they knew how important you were when you were making the money. They should have treated you better. You shouldn't have to wait, ladies. If a man is special, give him what he deserves up front because you don't want to get your value after he says, I'm going to quit or go over here. The notion is this. I've said this before. It will be smart as a business owner to pay your employees 10 or 20% more than the market. You want your woman's your first employee. And when working for you, she should be content that she's working. Her head should be like this. My job is him. Him. To where she's so busy, she knows that she has a good deal, a great deal. She can focus on delivering value for him. To where if she ever does have to look up and check to see what's out on the market. Oh, okay, well, they're paying this much for the job and I'm making 10, 20% more. I'm making more than the market and I like the job. But many guys, we want women, and that leads to a better, happier employee. This is the situation you don't want. She's completely invested. And then she starts looking around and she realizes she's not getting anywhere close to what she should be getting. Then she started taking applications and interviews. Then she started acting a certain way. Then all of a sudden you want to pay her more. No. Ladies, same scenario. You don't want to be done that way. Men don't want to be done that way either. What's going on, Letitia? Unmute yourself.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey.
Great.
Welcome back to the lights and stuff, right? Yay.
I feel like I'm calling in so much, and I know it's probably irritating some people, but I just had to call in because I am sitting here with my daughter, and she had disagreed with something that you said, and I had to correct her. You said that a woman has to love a man more than a man loves a woman.
Yes.
And most women automatically get upset. I think women don't understand that concept because they feel as if they're loving a man and that man doesn't return that love. But I had to explain to her in the context of a relationship, in the context of marriage, men stay. Men tend to stay when the rubber meets the road, the tough gets going, everything is difficult. Men tend to stay. Whereas women are more inclined to leave, and that's why you see such high divorce rates with women being the majority foulers.
Mm-hmm.
If you meet a woman who loves you more than a man, she's more inclined to fight for that marriage. She's more likely going to stay
Why do you think most women don't balk against what I said that a woman needs to love a man more than he loves her? Why do you think most women push back against that?
Because we're raised to focus on ourselves.
Yep.
And for men to give, and we're just to receive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were raised to. I had to kind of step back and say, wait a minute. Okay, I see. I didn't have this conversation with my daughter. I guess I'm giving my age because she's an adult. So
right.
I was like, wow, okay, I need to, when this ends, I have to have a conversation with her to ensure that she knows and understands the dynamics between men and women. I thought I did, but just hearing her make that statement, I was like, okay,
but the question is always, it always ends in fear.
Yes.
If I love him more than he loves me, then bad outcomes. If he leaves, then I'm messed up. If this happened, then I messed up. If this happened, then I messed up. And like, well, why? Then you need to make sure he doesn't leave.
Correct.
Then you need to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yes.
And see, that puts a responsibility on women as well to sit back and earn their position.
That is true. I will say I was obsessed with the two men ever in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And how I knew I was obsessed with them was that they would never hear me tell them no.
Mm-hmm.
I was willing to drink those men the bath water You know, as men will say, man, I'll drink her bathwater. They had me so addicted to them. I am a sapiosexual. So they had me so addicted to them that it was like, I didn't want to say no. I did not desire to say no. Whatever they did, whatever they needed, whatever need needed to be met, I was going to say yes. And that's how a woman can tell that she's addicted or obsessed with a man, is she's more inclined to tell him yes.
Yep.
No.
That's why I tell a lot of women on the show, just say yes, yes, yes. But I'm in the chat room looking at some of the black women just throw up these emoji faces and this and that. And all you are single. All you are single and unmarried, but yet you're so bored. All you can imagine is a world where you don't lose. Fear. So I laugh at you ladies in the chat room making all these faces because you are single as French toast. And that strong, independent, bored shit is keeping you single and by yourself. But as usual, that's what your marriage prospects look like. And you got the nerve to sit around and be bored, but yet you're here. You're here because this is where the action is. This is where the men are. And this is where the women who are trying to get their shit together and come onto some sort of accord with a man to get a better outcome than your bored ass is. Go ahead.
Okay. Wow. So I'm being courted right now by a gentleman, and I'm at the point where it's always a yes. It's a yes with him. So, and he's reciprocating. So it's relationships dynamics marriage is reciprocal, and I don't understand why people don't grasp that.
Well, they
You
don't
can't.
they don't grasp it because it's always about, it's a selfish, fear-based response. It's me, 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 me. And then these are the same women who will talk about my kids instead of our kids. And I understand it, but I don't condone it because if it ain't working for you, see, you can't come over here and act like what you're too cool for school and you don't have the outcomes to show it. And that is, so many black women are proud to be losers, proud failures. I'm like, you're proud to fail. 1 out of 4 of you will marry. 80% are overweight, and you're failing at relationships. And you act like you know every goddamn thing. You queen, you boss, you diva, you level up loser. And I'm here to tell you, the men that you want, the kind of men you want, don't want you. Because you're a proud loser. Bye, dog.
So I'm gonna go, but I just want to say, ladies, just learn to say yes, and whatever you like. It's not that hard. Whatever you like, get used to it. You got to stand in the mirror and repeat it back to yourself until you finally believe it. Start saying yes more than you say no, and whatever you like. That it's not a bad thing, and it's not difficult. And stop listening to people telling you, well, if you give a man everything, he's going to hurt you.
Right.
Yes, sometimes that happens, but unless this man is giving you cues, if he's giving you cues that he's going to hurt you and you're seeing the red flags and you end up and you do nothing about it and you end up getting hurt, you have to take accountability and responsibility at the fact that you did nothing to get yourself out of that situation and you continue forward in a bad situation. But you also have to remember that's not every man.
Of course
and
not.
It's a majority of men out here are decent, good, wanting men who want to be loved correctly. But unfortunately, the young women have been taught incorrectly how to love them.
Thanks, sis.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
See, I think it's, and thank you for people in the comment section. Well, you're saying these are not counters, people. These are not counters. So, proud losers. You should not be proud to lose. So, regardless as to what I am or am not, are you married? You all up in the danger zone.
Danger zone!
Do you have any prospects of being anything other than alone? We are about to go into the cold and flu season and a full-on coronavirus cold and flu season. So asking what I am or am not doesn't change what you are and will be. And the fact that some of you can still sit around and ask questions like, well, what is it? Proud losers. Go ahead, Brittany. Oh, we gotta get used to. Hold on. Let me get back to my get back to my sounds. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. What do you got for me?
So I was wondering, I'm 17,
Okay.
and I noticed growing up that I feel like guys don't like getting too much attention.
Guys?
Yeah.
Okay. You know,
So I feel like if you give a guy too much attention, then they would become disinterested.
well, all right. Now, you're a little bit young for my channel. Teenage dating in high school. What age are the guys we're talking about, first of all?
Well, I don't talk to any, but from what I've noticed at my school, that's just what it seems like.
Okay. Well, due respect, if you don't have any experience with a guy one to one,
I don't.
you can't really know. I'm telling you, guys like attention. Um, and as old as you are, the world probably seems a heck of a lot more confusing because this is all kind of new. Do you like attention?
Yeah.
All right. If you like the guy, would you want him to pay you attention?
Yes.
Do you think he would want you to pay him attention?
Hmm.
Then that's all you got to worry about. Don't worry about every guy. Just worry about the guy that you like and the guy that likes you. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Look, ladies, I push back like this because what some of you are in the comment section saying, it doesn't hurt me. It keeps you by yourself. You folks will never know what's going on in my personal life. Because what I've seen over the last 4 months, no, thank you. I'm a public person. I will not subject my personal life to this. The better question is what's happening in your world? Because you're here. If you're a woman and you're here, why are you here? And I will say I find it interesting that some of the people who are some of my most ardent critics, but you sure watch my content a lot. If I don't know what I'm talking about, why are you watching my content? And I've heard some women say, well, I like to make a response to what he's saying because I feel like he's doing damage. First off, if you make a response to me and you use my content, don't be surprised if we don't vibe, don't use my content. I don't play those games. If we don't vibe, take my stuff out of your video and you stand over there by yourself because I will call them folks on you. I don't play games like that. I will talk to you if you want to come over here and talk to me, but don't talk to me on your channel because you are misrepresenting myself. Number one. Number two, if you don't even like black men, why are you over here talking about a black man? What bothers a lot of women, a lot of sisters in particular, is what just happened. Young black women are listening to me in these spaces, and they're getting information that's going to be actionable and is going to help them because they're men over here. If you're in a space where it's dominated by women, telling women what men want, you're in a bad space. Let me explain. If you're in a space where the majority of the audience is women telling women what men want, a man ain't there. The end consumer of a product that is a woman is a man. You ladies don't know what's going on. And if you're listening to a bunch of women, older women who cannot go out and show you that they can do the things that they say that you can do if you do these things, why? All right. Here we go. Do high value men love to chase? Hold on. Let me go back to this question and put it on the screen. Yeah, and I really seriously don't play my content on your channel, ladies. If you don't come over here and talk to me, and apparently I ain't shit, don't play my content on your channels. I'm not gonna give you a warning. You will get it from YouTube in the community guidelines. I don't play with you. Leave me alone. Hello, KS. Do high value men love the chase? Isn't it a turnoff for women to be too available? High value men love to pursue, not a chase. It's the pursuit, not a chase. And is it a turnoff for women to be too available? I don't want to play games with you, ma'am. No. I'm a grown, dadgum man. And if I ask you out on Friday and you're supposed to like me, you better be available on Friday. If you're not available on Friday, I'm going to assume that you either you don't like me the way you say you do, or you're going out with somebody else. See, why we're still playing games. I got the text message. I see the text message, but I'm going to respond 3 hours later. That's a game. Respond to the message and say, busy right now, tied up right now, but da-da-da. High value men don't like games because you play games with every other guy. You're treating him like every other guy. If you want a man that's special, treat him special. And what we're finding is so many of you ladies don't know how to treat a man special. You don't. You want something better than you're willing to do. Like I said, many women don't want to lose. Yet you're proud losers. Strong, independent, I don't need no man. I'm a PhD. I'm all this other stuff. But yet, that ain't really what you want. What is it? Strong?
I'm a PhD.
I'm a PhD. What? Okay. Would you like to be married? Oh, Tracy Ellis Ross. I would love to be married. I wouldn't turn down a relationship with a high value man, but I don't want him to think I need him. I've got a succulent, beautiful, delicious relationship with my solitude. What? Well, that sounds better than I really would like a man, except I just don't have the relationship skills. Let's talk about it. A lot of you ladies are perfectly fine on paper, but you don't have the relationship skills necessary to keep a man. And this is something you need to address. You can get him interested. You can have sex 1, 2, 3 times, but you cannot keep him interested in wanting to be there. What kind of work do you think you need to do? And many of you don't feel like you have to do anything other than show up. All right. Guys don't care having sex with degrees. So here's what I'm going to do. For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to open it up for anybody to call in. If you have a disagreement, we can welcome to call in too. Brittany Davis, why are you here? Let me go ahead and just block you. You come to my chat room every day to talk shit. Why are you here? Let's all go ahead and tap you out. So let's go ahead and give Brittany her final goodbye. This is all she comes to do is talk shit. So let's go ahead and give Brittany her final goodbye. Because she can never say anything positive. And she only just comes over here to say this. So Brittany, seek therapy. Seek help, sis. You're hands down one of the most negative women, one of the most confrontational women, one of the most difficult women. And I get it. You don't know how to deal with guys in real life because you're proving it every time you come over here. And statements like this are dumb. A woman is the final decision maker on who makes a baby. I don't have any respect. I don't have any sympathy for baby mamas. A woman chooses to be a baby mama. Marry before you carry. 30 some odd forms of birth control. And women like Brittany are women that you ladies honestly should look at as your enemy. Why? Because thinking like that keeps you ladies completely unaccountable to any of the choices you make. And that's not how the world works. Things happen. Granted, understood. Being a baby mama is not a death sentence, but it certainly does greatly impact your value on the open dating market. So, Brittany, gotta go. Bye-bye. If you haven't learned anything in 3 weeks, a month, you're just here. You don't need to be here. Now, you can watch, but you can't talk. Now, if I block you, the only way to get off the block list is to write me an email and explain to me why you were blocked and why I should unblock you. Because make no mistake, she's been here for over a month, and from what I've seen, she hasn't gotten any better. I don't expect women to come over here and automatically agree with us. Matter of fact, I expect women to come over here and vehemently disagree most of the time, because the stuff we talk about over here is jarring. It's arguably somewhat new, and if it's not really being talked about, there may be lack of context. And guys, we got to be willing to there are going to be new people coming over here. You got to be willing to explain it. But if you talk about something in a logical way for a certain length of time and it still doesn't seem to connect, they're not really coming in good faith. Fear. I understand we want to take the risk out of relationships. You cannot. You cannot take the risk out of relationships. But like Letitia said, ladies, you don't want to love a man more than he loves you. Well, he needs to love his purpose. Well, if you're a Christian, he's supposed to love God more than he loves you, right? Ladies, why do you want all the risk to be everywhere else and you have none? That's selfish. And it simply does not work long term. So, at the end of the day, obsession is a good thing. Obsession for your man is a good thing. You need to be obsessed with something. Why is it? What comes with obsession? Focus. Focus. It's hard to be obsessed on something if you're not focused on it. Focus. Top of mind. What consumes your thoughts controls your life. And think, well, I don't want a man to control my life. No, you don't want the wrong man to control your life. Again, what is it that you want, ladies? Do you want to be a career woman or do you want to be a relationship woman? Well, I want a career and a relationship. Well, you spend more time in your career than your relationship's going to suffer. If you work at 8-hour days, that's 40 days a week. You sleep in 8 hours. That means sleeping 8 hours, working 8 hours, commute 30 minutes. Most of the day is gone between sleep and work. You have precious little time to sit back and relate. First, if you slept 8 hours, then you weren't working 40. If you worked 20, if you worked in your man's business, whatever, you have more time to build a firm foundation that is built on more than just weekend sex. This is why I talked about professional women and long distance relationships. We need to learn how to relate to people, because that's the issue. The issue is not so much in meeting people. The issue is that whole getting to know you phase that people really don't like to do. People really don't like that get to know you phase. They want to get to the relationship part. But what you really want to do is get into the keeping part, the life part. If you have a problem meeting people, that's one thing. You have a problem getting commitment, a one-to-one relationship, that's another thing. But if you have a problem getting long-term, where are you at? Where's the difficulty? Where's the disconnect? Because men are pretty much simple. We are cost benefit calculators, and if a woman is on a man's side and he understands that she is down for him, why would he not commit? Why would he not say, okay, I'll take you? And you ladies, eventually you're going to have to decide, pick. Says you haven't slept with a woman in months, and she still said, yeah, you don't necessarily get the most potent form. Yes, keeping a woman sexually obsessed is one thing. But keeping her mentally, women in general despise boredom. Despise boredom. And if you're a boring guy, I don't mean that you just have to understand how your particular woman moves, and give her something to be occupied. Give her a reason. All right, guys, back in Atlanta. I'm glad we had a chance to do that show. Glad I'm back, lights and everything else, guys. Here's the thing. Going forward, we're still moving. Here's what I need you guys to do. I'm going to start doing more pre-recorded content. Here's the email address. Email me your questions right here. Men or women, email me your questions. info@bykevinsamuels.com. Question. Hey, Kevin. Question or your situation. You don't have to give me a video. Here's where you go. And this, like on a lot of different channels, I will start doing pre-recorded. Hey, I won't necessarily, if you want me to use your name, I can use your name. If you don't want me to use your name, I won't use your name. But this would be a way to respond to things in more, instead of this long format. Also, if you are a professional, you would like to be, like a chance to be interviewed on the show, I'm going to start bringing on more 15 to 20 second kind of interview segments, monologue interview calls. That's really what I want to go for. Monologue interview calls. And it's for men or women. Guys, your questions here. Ladies, your questions here. The thing is, if I'm going to have you on the show, you're going to need to be on the show. I'm going to need to verify who I'm talking to. The platform is growing. I've taken it on the road to New York City. I'll be in LA in the next 3 weeks, out in Beverly Hills, Malibu. When I said I was coming to Atlanta, I said I'm going to stay here for a year, and I'm going to travel, and then I'm going to decide where I want to go next. If I want to stay in Atlanta, or if I want to try LA or go back to New York City. Well, obviously, I love New York City, but I'm going to give LA a shot, see what it's like. I think I'm a New York City kind of guy, but I'm open to it. So, yeah, here's the thing. Rap whisperer. I am having a mixer here. As a matter of fact, let me see what's going on. Let me check something right now. I'm having hope you guys are having a good, the fall has gotten off to a good start. I would love to have more mixers and things like that, but with coronavirus and things like that, woo, mixer. I want to attend. I'm going, confirmed. Cool. So, I am allowing more people to get into the mixed group. I have moderators helping me. Ladies, here's the trick. You need to make sure, if you want to get in a group as a woman, you must have a picture that I can see. I don't want just your face like this. No, I need you to I need to at least see a headshot. Answer all the questions, the questions up front, and then agree to the rules. And that will give you a chance to get bumped up. We're having our first mixer here on Halloween weekend on October 31st. Looks like we got about 20 people coming. So yeah. And then after that, pew. Pew, pew, pew. How do we get into the mix? Well, Melissa, you have to apply at the mix. Moderators can put it in the chat room. There's a link. Go to Facebook and type up the mix. Again, your Facebook profile, I got to be able to see what you look like, see who you are, verify who you are. I do check. If your profile looks like cool, you won't be getting in. Right. Text only stays working right now. Hey, Vanessa. Let me go ahead and help you out. See, some of you ladies like Vanessa, let me go ahead and help you out. Just upset. How do y'all get up in the morning with so much just anger? I mean, damn. This is what this person said. He might like LA, full of skinny, racially ambiguous women that are fully acclaimed as art to get in the bag. Look at your hair. This is the woman talking about racially ambiguous. This is her. You should make sure before you type stuff, you look in the mirror first. Okay? If you are a little bit, it ain't my fault. Get your ass a Peloton. Eat a salad with a side of vegetables and drink some water. But from what I saw, you look pretty weaved up. I mean, is it me? I mean, you threw the LOL in there too, so what's funny? I mean, you look, pretty, look pretty, what's all this right here? Huh? I mean, You sure you want to make these kind of comments? Just saying. Racially ambiguous. Yeah, that hair is, this hair right here is all over the continent. You go to the continent and you see women that look like that, right? No. Yeah, you go to the continent, go to Wakanda, ain't nothing but honeys like that. She's straight Wakandanese. Right? Am I missing something? Did I miss anything? That's why you need to watch your mouth. Because you ladies you make yourself look silly. Coming here trying to throw shots at me because you are unfit. If you can compete. See, competitive women don't have to throw little sneaky shots like that, racially ambiguous. Really, again, for those who are paying attention, let us remember, racially ambiguous. Just saying. And you had the nerve to put that in my chat room, coming out of your mouth. You should have known better. Stay in your lane. Or get on a Peloton, get fit, and you can look more racially ambiguous too. And then maybe you can secure a bag instead of a bag or a box or a basket of chicken wings. Aww. So, yeah, salad with a side of vegetables. Hey, man, I know somebody eats a salad with a side of vegetables, and she got the body that looks like it too. And she's anything but skinny. Hamburger, she's anything but skinny. All right. Well, I'm sorry, ladies. Sometimes you just gotta. I don't like women do stuff like that, trying to imply that you like white women or whatever. Just say I can't compete. Just say I can't compete. You know. I say, oh, she don't look like RuPaul. She don't look like. Now that's rude, man. Don't say that woman look like RuPaul. You better work. Why do I decline people in the mix? For my own personal reasons that I will never actually put out. Because if I tell you why, then you can decide to manipulate them. I know, ladies, how you gonna be dissing the same women and you got their hair on your head? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Wait a minute. Racially ambiguous. Did you not? Really? Huh. You got this hair on your head. Talking shit. We're in overtime now. I'm going to just clown now. Let's do this. You got this hair on your head and you talking something. Talking noise. Whose hair look alike? Look like the same hair to me. Hair. Even the same highlights and shit. Really? Huh. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That hair and that hair kind of looks. This hair and this hair look more the same than, Wakanda styles. And I'm just, just saying, right? Fuck around with the bull. Sometimes you get the whole. You better learn who you messing with. You should have just went ahead and went to bed last night. All right then. Thank you guys as usual. It's all love, Vanessa. Just don't do it again. Don't do it again, sweetheart. You know that was wrong. All right, people. That was cool. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did that to her, but yes, I should have. She deserved it. She deserved it. Trying to clown somebody, being stupid. Till next time, peace. We is gone. Go to the Weave Shack. Tell Vanessa A sent you. You get that special buy two, get 4 free like Joseph A. Banks. You get the Brazilian, the Cambodian, the Indonesian. You can get a lace front, a lace back, a full helmet, full face mask, even with the chinky cat eyes. Comes with 1 free session of microblading for your nose hairs. Oh, they'll microblade your nose hairs and they'll make sure that your mustache and your whiskers stay tight. Because some of you guys got them at 5 o'clock shadows to protect that jawline. Cause I find no matter what. Yeah. Anyway, baby, we back. Join me on IG for videos you will only see behind the scenes in the frat room, especially when I'm out of town. That's what the action is. When I'm live, I'm live. When they're gone, they're gone. Join me on Patreon. Patreon videos will be up tomorrow. Thanks to all the patrons for making this happen. Oh my God, there's so much stuff to do on the road. getting our Patreon content back up, new photo shoots and everything like that. A lot of content from New York City that has to be uploaded. Good stuff. Email your show ideas to info@bykevinsamuels.com or go to bykevinsamuels.com and book your one-on-one private session, either virtual consultation, or you can go ahead and book your customized hour. When you just don't know what it is, just go there and check general hour and we'll take care of it. Email your questions that you would like me to answer on the video. Subject line, ask Godfather. Godfather, I got a question. Men or women? Keep it short so I can respond in about 7 to 12 minutes. If you don't want me to use your name, I won't use it. If you don't mind, I will. Let your Godfather answer help you out. Shout out to the CIA, confident, intelligent, and assertive men. One love to the FBI, feminine, beautiful, inspirational women. We are back in the house, and the house is packed. Until the next time, we're gone. Peace.